years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Hello and welcome everyone to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Ducks will put total leather to crank us up. Fielded in the end zone. It's Price. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage. He stopped at the 17. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
You got to give the open.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Ocean from the wideout. Finds his tight end. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special.
Wide open spaces. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Touchdown! Fighting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Whittington. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Give to the tailback. Turning it on. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there after the 35. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes! And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness.
It's a seam wide open. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Moore to the air. He'll throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Stewart. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this: we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Fires to the right. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
On target to the left. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. To the air on 1st down. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Caught over the middle. It's Bauman. And he's brought down after a nice game.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. Offense gets set for second down. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Tight end finds a soft spot. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, he leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Second down, they'll go to the air. Good timing on the quick out.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback.
Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Touchdown, Irish! He shed tackles right and left and housed it. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Whittington. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
Moore will throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits it right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Tempo and overdrive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Hughes. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Moore to the air. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
Quarterback making checks. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Makes the catch. It's Hughes. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. On 4th down, looking to pass. Give him 6. Touchdown, Oregon!
How do you not love the guts of this offense? 4th down, it's just another down, and what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Gets open down the middle. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. We reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Love. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Well, 2 things I love by the quarterback on that play. 1, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And 2, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. Fresh set of downs coming. Well done.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Got room at the 35. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Oh, out of space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Here's the pressure. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried, when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
They'll go back to the air on second down. And he was looking into the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew. But I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. And the field goal unit is on the field. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. He'll bring it out. It's Whittington. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Moore will throw. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And the throw out to the sideline for just a few yards.
This is exactly why this guy is your QB. He does such a great job of buying time, has such great speed, just stresses the defense. What do you want to do? You want to blitz me? Sure, I'm going to scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass. He's just posing so many problems. And so
lots of room to run. He's loose. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
He'll call for the fair catch here. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Under fire. Look out, he's got room. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Defense going to call a timeout here and give the kicker a little something to think about. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. That is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Whittington. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Moore to the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moore. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Now the play fake. Under fire. They get him up rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. You know, the entire concept of the play-action fake is to slow down the rush. Didn't work.
No, they didn't bite on it, which was great defense. They didn't bite on it. They knew it wasn't a run. Played pass, continued to get to the quarterback and get the quarterback on the ground.
On 3rd down, going up top. Unloads it left. It's complete. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism, though.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Quickly out to the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry up. Short, the run, and looking for the first down. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on fourth down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, I am taking a shot in a sudden change situation. Let me see if I can throw one deep and make this team pay for not getting that fourth down.
They go to the ground. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Gonna run it. It's Lott. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
He's got it on the right. Oh, it's out! And this fumble will squirt out of bounds.
Start to get that offense going and start having success, you got to make sure that you get closer to the scoring range and take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, going to the air. The quick out. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another 1st down. They're testing the right side here. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Whittington. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. To throw on 1st down off the play fake. Finds a man on the left. Smashes through the tackle. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Pass to 10. Touchdown, Oregon. Once he got some room, it was over.
I'm a play caller nowadays, man. I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Price. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here come the Irish back on offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. So we open the final period with a third down play. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. He's got an open man. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. To the air on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
And not even a chance to pitch it as he is slammed down in the backfield.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Here's the heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
3rd and 1 situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
They'll try to convert on 4th and long after giving up that big sack. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind.
Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Line is set on 3rd down. Sends it back in motion. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Moore will throw. Makes the grab. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown Ducks! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Price. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Rushes on him. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Pauling. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Notre Dame facing a third and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Clock is still running and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to throw on third. Quickly to the tight end. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. With the catch, it's Love. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Notre Dame once back up near its own goal line, now on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run.
Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Moore to the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
He wants to change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. He wants a big play here late. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Oregon! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring a touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He calls for the fair catch and makes it deep in his own end, and he might have been better off seeing if that ball would just trickle into the end zone. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going up top here late in the game. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they could.
Trying to burn this defensive back. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation.